And tonight, police are investigating a student stabbing near a Gaithersburg High School in Montgomery County. The two teens were found at a local bus stop. The wounded one sent to the hospital, the other taken by police. The stabbing happened just after school hours. Both of the teens involved are students at the high school. Counselors will be available for students tomorrow. And developing tonight, the wave of violence in the DMV intensifying. We're following a handful of investigations just in Prince George's County alone, violent crimes that aren't just impacting those directly involved, but the entire community.
Definitely the entire community. WVM's Lex Juarez has been keeping up with the most recent incidents in District Heights, where the most vulnerable in the community, of course, our kids, are at risk. She joins us now live in the studio. Lex, good evening to you.
Yep, well, that's right, guys. Violence in the DMV is happening more often. You can see it right here on this map. 3 times in about a week where violence has wreaked havoc on the District Heights community. Well, let's start with what we saw just a few hours ago. Kids were getting home from school, being dropped off at the bus stop when bullets started flying. Dozens. Kids scrambled in different directions. No one was hurt, but police say they have no idea why the shooting started or who was pulling the trigger. Rewind to last Friday. Dozens of families found out their daycare center was closing its doors after almost a decade in District Heights. The reason? Uptick in violent crime and a lack of security. Now, this not only impacts parents who have to find new care, but young kids who are so accustomed to their everyday routine will now have to adjust to new ones. And kids aren't only being uprooted out of their day-to-day lives, but even at home, they're having to look over their shoulders. Just a week and a half ago, kids were playing outside after school when 2 cars pulled up. Gunmen opened fire and shot multiple times into the crowd. A 14-year-old and 4-year-old were hit, and a small dog shot right in the head. Well, all of this within a few miles of each other. And like I said, within a week and a half, it's no wonder the community is calling for change. And tomorrow, the police department is holding their very own basketball tournament to try and keep people out of trouble. Now, both shootings that we just talked about are under investigation with no suspects named. PGPD is asking you to call Crime Solvers if you have any information. Live in the studio, I'm Lex Juarez.